Hello, my name is Kelly Matson, a member of Activate Phoenixville area and president of the high school chapter. Our high school club is always welcome to new members looking to serve others and inspire our high school community to be healthier. Activate Phoenixville area is a community wellness coalition that focuses on getting people in our community to live healthier lifestyles. The programs run by Activate, like Girls on the Run, Girls on Track, and Phantom Fitness Club, have touched and changed the lives of many. These programs aim to encourage healthy living in our community's youth by teaching about self-respect, exercise, and nutrition. A variety of other programs organized by Activate have also found success in changing Phoenixville for the better. To help improve our own group, we often meet and network with others who share a similar mission to Activate. Today, we are extremely lucky to be with Norman Horn, leader of the nonprofit organization Coast to Coast for the Kids, which fights against childhood cancer. From March to September of 2014, Norm will hike across the country from San Francisco, California to Atlantic City, New Jersey, educating our country about childhood cancer and raising money as he goes. All proceeds raised will be donated to the Four Diamonds Fund at the Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital, which supports world-class cancer research and provides funds to families battling pediatric cancer. Activate Phoenixville is very excited to be supporting the cause by having our own Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast. This initiative will unite our community in a collective goal, motivate everyone to move more, and support children with cancer. Anyone in the community can help this cause. Over the same time period as Norm, March to September, all of our teams will collectively walk 7 million steps, the distance that Norm will be walking, but right here at home. If you're interested in making a team, please contact info@activatephoenixvillearea.org for more information. I would now like to welcome Norm Horn, here to talk more about Coast to Coast for the Kids, and Shannon Mannon, coordinator of Activate Phoenixville Area and the host of our show today.
Hello, welcome to Activate Phoenixville Area Presents Community Wellness Champions. I'm Shannon Mannon, and I'm so thrilled to present our guest today, Mr. Norm Horn. He's our Phoenixville hometown hero. He's a local trainer. He is a Penn State alumni, and most recently, he's the founder and owner and president of Coast to Coast for the Kids, a nonprofit organization that's supporting his 3,000-mile walk across America. And the purpose of this walk is to fight pediatric cancer. So we're very thrilled to talk to Norm before he has a chance to embark on this incredible mission and this journey of a lifetime. So welcome, Norm. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you sort of came up with this concept and exactly what you're going to be doing?
So everything started as basically just an idea. It was one of those opportunities where you think it won't happen, and if you reach far enough, then you can get out there and do the mission that you've always wanted to do. That you look back and say, I wish I would have done something. Mm-hmm. I tied it into the Thon organization at Penn State. Got a lot of alumni support, and through them, it's kind of taken off. I found some interest in a few students, a few alumni. They connected me with the right people, and it's gone from there.
So it started off with you wanting to go across country, just
Yes.
kind of a lifelong
dream.
So
it's just something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Sounds a little extreme.
It does.
I'm definitely an adventurist, but I've always wanted to walk across the country. For God knows what reason, it's just something I wanted to do. I love to camp, hike, fish, explore, and etc. So I tied it into something that could make this happen. It's not easy to quit your job, rent your house, leave your friends and your family. But for such a good cause, it was more than possible.
It's a huge dream.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yes.
So tell us what do you know about your route so far? Talk about where you're stopping, where you're going to stay.
So I have a small team of people that are working with me to put this together. The route is tentative. It starts in San Francisco, goes directly across the middle of the United States, and ends in the Jersey Shore, the Atlantic City area.
Great.
The planning is continuous, and it probably won't be done until I'm already on the route. I'm taking in names and addresses, alumni, friends, family, other networking connections for places to stay, campgrounds. This has to be as safe as possible, mm-hmm. and as fun as possible for me, as hard as it's going to be mentally and physically. So it's all tentative as of now.
And what about the hospitals that you're going to be stopping at?
Yes.
Are those connections that you've recently made, or are they all connected
So
to
I'm
the 4-9?
continually reaching out to all the PR companies with help from the alumni again, because their organization up at Thon, they've connected me with some chapters of alumni across the country. They're reaching out for me, but also the team that I have put together, three Penn State alumni as well. The 4 of us are working very carefully to promote this the right way, call the hospitals, their PR companies, and set up dates, visitor passes, so I can visit families that suffer with children with cancer,
Okay.
and kind of promote what I'm doing, so the website can grow, so my business can grow, but we can also raise more funds for the cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what now you're doing a partnership here with Activate Phoenixville Area, and Phoenixville residents can form teams to start kind of walking alongside of you. How did that connection happen, and what do you kind of feel about how that's going to work?
So I'm very fortunate that my current job that I am just leaving, I've had a lot of connections through, and I've met my friend Kim through Activate Phoenixville, and she came up with this model and presented it to me, and we took off with this together, where we're setting up that people can volunteer to create teams of people, 10 kids, adults, elderly, does not matter. It's a small, friendly competition where people can walk as many steps as I do locally, and I'm going to provide those pedometers and other things in a small kit that would be purchased by each team to benefit, again, kids with cancer.
Kids with cancer. So it sounds like it's going to be a great way for us to be connected with you and support you.
As many ways as I can locally get the community involved in what I'm doing, to kind of to spark and raise interest. And I'm sure there are plenty of locals that have those pediatric cancer stories that touch them, dear to their heart.
Absolutely. And are there other communities that you think will also kind of have similar models and sort of virtually walk alongside of you?
So I've reached out to a few other areas and school districts around Chester County, and found lots of interest. There are a few different Downingtown and other towns in the area outside of Phoenixville that show interest about getting involved in developing these teams. I even have some interest outside of the state, just through friends and family. This is not just a town competition or event. This is whoever wants to participate can get involved, and then you can reach out through the Activate Phoenixville website and through my website for details.
Great.
On how to participate.
What's your kind of your training, and what do you think? How far are you going to have to walk? And
the training,
how much a day?
The training is all just like the route itself. It's all tentative right now. It's going to be in development. I'm a marathon runner. I love the outdoors. I'm going to hike and run and train just like I know how, being a trainer myself. I have the education, but how do you actually get ready for a 3,000-mile hike? I do not know. It's just something where the first month of the hike itself, out of the 7-month, is going to also be training itself. I'm going to get myself as prepared as I can for 20 miles a day, give or take the terrain and the weather. But until it actually happens, that's not what I'm going to be doing. It's just going to be prepping for that. When it happens, and I'm going to have to cope as I go.
As you get into it, just roll with it.
Right.
Be flexible. What kind of response have you gotten from this big goal from your friends and family?
It was very shocking at first when you lay the egg out there and people kind of think you're crazy, and then I have to continually talk about it to present the kids and the pediatric cancer and the reason behind the trip itself. I can't just tell everybody that I've decided to give up on my lifestyle and walk across the country. So the initial reaction from friends and family was very, very shocking for the first day or a couple minutes even. It's all person to person, but then everyone's come around and is being very, very supportive.
Great.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you've made some incredible partnership and connections, because the mission is so exciting and people want to get behind it. What kind of other partnerships have you been? So
outside of Activate Phoenixville, I've been reached out by some companies. I haven't even approached a few of them myself. They're interested in this cause just by word of mouth. Kremer Eye Center has offered me free LASIK eye surgery, so I don't have to wear contacts and glasses, which is why I'm wearing these now. Surgery's on Friday.
Good luck.
Thank you. Very nervous.
You're nervous about that, but you're not nervous about walking across
no.
the country. That's great.
It's that adventurous side of me.
Yeah.
But so they've been of great help, because it would be very, very annoying to have contacts and glasses in the middle of the outdoors, in the sun, in the rain, in the sleeping, dirty fingers.
Dirty hands.
Yes, it would be very, very hard. I've had a couple different web designers volunteer their time to help me create my website. 2 graphic designers who have done the same thing that helped me make my logo, have done other things so that I can create some products as well, so people can promote for me wearing t-shirts and drinking out of coffee mugs and such.
Great.
So when you do something for the kids, it's a very fortunate thing that people want to get involved without even being asked.
I think that's what's so neat about your partnerships, is that it's snowballed without, with just kind of, not without too much time. I mean, this concept, when did you kind of originally hatch it, or
it's
launch
been about 3 years the idea existed,
okay.
but 4 months it's only been 4 months now that someone actually reached out and said, I can help you, I have the connections, let's make this happen. So it's really only been 3-4 months now that I've been building this as a business, not just an idea. And again, very fortunate that I haven't even had to have done much reaching to get support.
They've come to you. It's just you put it out there, and it's such a wonderful concept and idea.
The story is strong enough in its own.
Well, and it's inspirational to think that someone's so courageous to go out there and do this thing.
Right.
And I'd like to talk about, you mentioned that you feel very comfortable in the outdoors, and you've had a lifetime of camping and hiking and being self-sufficient. Where did that come from? How did that start in your life?
It's embedded in my DNA. My mom says I get it from her. And she's in love with the story that I'm doing, so that helps. But I'm just adventurous by nature. Look for the extreme, take it to the next level. I have not done anything on this level ever. Just small hikes, camping trips that I've done with friends and family, with or without them. I like to explore, but it's really just a dream on top of an idea. Something I've always wanted to do, no matter how you look at it.
And it seems like, that love of the outdoors, we talk about kids not being outside as much these days in our society as they used to. Were you raised, you mentioned your mom has an adventurous spirit as well. Were you raised in a kind of outdoorsy model, or was your mom just more instilling in you the sort of thought process that you can do anything?
Not so much. We've gone on our family vacations, but it's never been outdoorsy, extreme. It's always been well planned with an agenda. I don't really want an agenda. That's just not how I approach life.
Okay.
So the answer is no, but like I said, this is an opportunity that some people would 10 years down the road say, I wish I would have done that.
Exactly.
I feel like that reaches out to people that are close to me, where they've had ideas in the past that I wish I would have done that, and I'm just trying to make that happen.
Yes.
Instead of pushing it aside, saying it'll happen, and then I look back disappointed.
And not have any regrets.
Right.
And having a wild dream and nurturing it and stoking it and then acting on it is something I think that not a lot of people would do. What what is inside of you? Can you talk about, I guess it's an introspective question to ask, how that kind of confidence or courage was formed in you, or where does that, I
have no explanation for that. It's just my lack of anxiety. I live a very stress-free life. The carefree aspect makes this very comfortable for me. I'm sure the trip itself is going to be difficult. It's going to be mental at times, but it's completely driven by the kids themselves that the cause is all about. So it's going to be a combination of me being me, and then coping with the situation when I'm out there.
Knowing that what you face, is there anything that you are especially fearful of, or
sharks?
Sharks.
But I don't have to deal with that.
Luckily,
on land. I'm not. Yeah, I will never sail coast to coast.
Or swim across the Atlantic. Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
It's all on land.
All land-based dream. And eye surgery, apparently, no.
It's just the nerves behind it.
I know. I hear you. I wear contacts as well. Have you thought about, I don't know if folks have asked you for advice about how you've sort of made this happen, or just taken that bold step to to not live with regrets and to live out your dream. Do you have any advice for people who, in our community, who might have something that they're nurturing? And
the best advice I can give is just don't bottle up your dreams. I mean, you can make them happen on a local level. They don't have to be cross country and leave your current lifestyle. I plan on coming back and starting right where I left off, and maybe continuing this business to continue raising money for pediatric cancer. But as an individual, you can reach out on any level, and it's big, whether it's small or not. Everything matters, everything counts. But if it's something that you want to do, make it happen. It's an adventurous part of everybody. You know, everyone has that side of them, and you just need to, you know, embark or explore and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself while you're at it. That's great. You mentioned that when you come back, have you thought about, is there another kind of wild dream percolating inside of you, or is this the big one for your life so far? So
this event is probably the big one as far as physically exhausting myself and making this happen. But my dream is part of this is to keep this coast to coast for the kids organization a continuous thing.
Okay.
Whether I hold smaller events across the United States through similar cities the cities that I pass through, or change it up and do other trails, smaller adventurous trips with groups of people, get people more involved. I want to start with this and myself, draw the attention to the business and the fund, and take it year to year, you know, step by step.
Step by step, literally,
no pun
figuratively. I think that, you know, we have no idea where it could go.
Right.
I mean,
the possibilities are endless.
They're endless.
The opportunities that are going to hopefully present themselves to me when I'm done, to spread awareness on any different level that people come to me with. I'll be, you know, arms wide open to try to support anything in the future for this given cause.
And that's what I feel like you've done already.
Yeah.
You've accepted in so many kind of, you know, from a musical aspect to the pedometers to the website. I mean, you've been able to fold in a lot of kind of interesting and different types of models into this one walk that you wouldn't necessarily think would be connected.
And that's, you know, and that's thanks to the people that have also reached out to me. Again, just people want to help. I don't have to ask them to help. But I've made this such a good story. That people are reaching out without any assistance from me, and it's exploded from there.
Well, can you talk about where the funds are going through the Four Diamonds Fund? Can you explain what that is?
The Four Diamonds Fund is a fund at the Hershey Medical Center where money is from all outside events given to them, where patients don't have to pay their medical bills in the Children's Hospital. And it also, a percentage of all those funds goes to research as well. So it's very, very helpful to all the families that have to go through these hard times with their kids. And then the benefit of trying to find the cure is also happening at the hospital itself, in the research centers in the area. But what I'm doing is, my sole beneficiary is Thon itself, which is the fundraiser at Penn State, which I've been personally a part of for 11 years. So I'm donating everything that I raise to them because they've been helpful to me, and I've been a part of them for quite some time. So the money in turn goes to the same fund that I would have picked either way.
Gotcha. Because all of their proceeds go to
if there's anyone that needs more information, thon.org is a great place to touch base to see where their funds go, how it's broken down, the participants, the events themselves, any outside events, and so forth.
And it's much bigger than just the dance marathon that day.
Yes, it's a year-round effort, student-run philanthropy.
It's amazing.
Which is phenomenal.
Biggest collegiate philanthropy.
Biggest collegiate philanthropy in the country, and they raised $12.3 million last year.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable, and that's what I want to be a part of.
It's unbelievable.
It is.
In 1 year, and it's all student run. That is
student run.
That's the best part. So their leadership changes every year.
Yep.
And you, we went to visit the Hershey Medical Center, correct?
Correct.
And met some. Can you talk about your visit there and the children you met?
Yeah.
Families?
So I went about a month ago to visit the Children's Hospital and brought a photographer with me and had a tour, a guide, and was very welcomed to their new facility. It's an unbelievable place. It's almost like a playground. It's very much not a hospital. It makes the kids feel very, very comfortable. It made me feel comfortable that I didn't have to walk into what would usually feel like a medical setting.
Right.
Everything was set up with games and toys and colors and events and things going on within the units themselves. Each floor had its different theme and colors, and it was unbelievable. But I was fortunate enough to go and sit down in one of the playrooms in the cancer unit and play video games and basketball with a couple of the children, which was fantastic. I even took part in their music therapy group, which they make fun for the kids because it's not just regular songs. It's making and writing songs that are specific to children's needs, children's their issues, and make it fun for them. It's a learning experience.
That's amazing. I saw some of your beautiful pictures, and
it was great.
Those kids were beautiful. Great, just
Yeah.
a great opportunity.
It was a surreal, very, very. It was very. I don't even know the word to describe it, but it hit me immediately, and I'm glad that I got the tour first, and then I met the kids second, because I walked into the place with just like a heart-sunken feeling that the kids themselves, lifted me up a little bit, because they're so much fun and they're so normal, and they live their own happy lifestyles given their issues, and it made me comfortable.
That's often the case, right? The kids help us.
Yeah, it's for the kids, which is my whole campaign.
Your whole motto. And the kids live at this facility, and their families,
depends on their treatment levels. Some travel quite a distance to go there just for treatment. Some go there for their yearly checkups when they're cancer-free. Some are there regularly, daily, monthly. It just depends on what their level of support and hospital needs they need to be provided.
I think that model of the Four Diamonds Fund, both doing the research aspect as well as the family support for the financial cost of what it's like, is very powerful. And I guess there's that third tier of also improvements to the facility itself.
Right.
So they've really kind of created.
They've hit it from every level and made it comfortable for kids first and foremost. Over the years, Thon, I think the total is $101 million that they've raised, and they're not the only outside fundraiser and company that donates to the Four Diamond Fund. So they raise quite a lot of money from a lot of different efforts.
And so how would people donate to your cause, or what would you encourage them to do to get in touch with you?
So the best way to go about that is to visit my website at www.coasttocoastftk.com. That's the number 2.
Okay, number 2.
And you could also visit my Facebook page, which is also Coast to Coast FTK.
Okay.
You can donate on either page, and you can read stories. I'll be video blogging the whole trip and posting things that I do and the children that I meet. And on the contact page, you can either get a hold of me personally, my phone number, my email, or you could email the team that I'm working with to help in any way, financially, with services, products that might make my trip more comfortable.
Great, excellent. And I think you can also link there through our website if people want to do that.
Yes.
So that's incredible. Is there anything that you also wanted to share about your kind of hopes or aspirations, or what you would want the community to know about this trip that we haven't touched on?
I just want everyone to know that it doesn't have to be a family experience or something you go through that would make you want to start a fund or start something to help others. This is just something that was dear to my heart without the direct experience. I don't have a child or a sibling in my life that suffered from pediatric cancer, a few adults, but it's just something that just seems to get me, just makes me soft, that I just want to reach out and take it to the next level and help in any way that I can.
Yeah. Well, I hope, I'm certainly inspired by what you're able to do and what you've done, and I think we forget our goals and our dreams as we go through life. You get busy, and the things that you had, when you were younger, maybe you have to find them again inside of you. And
I'm not about bottling them up.
No.
I'm gonna let go, make them happen, to the best of my ability.
Well, we wish you so much luck.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to, well, we will all be watching you virtually and in every way possible on this journey.
I appreciate it.
Well, thanks, Norm, for being here.
Thank you
and
for
giving
having
us your
me.
time. Sure, my pleasure. So that's another episode of Activate Phoenixville Area Presents Community Wellness Champions. We're thrilled to have Norm here today. And we encourage everybody who is interested to form a team to join us in Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast with Norm. Support us. This can be your family, your neighborhood, your house of worship, your business, any community organization. Everybody can be part of this at any age, any ability. Just look on our website, shoot us an email, give us a call, and let us know you want to be part of this. Thank you so much.